Play fake. Winston. Drives it left side and finds Olave. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And this defense for the Niners, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Winston to Thomas, and it's a New Orleans first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Ready.
Jameis now on first down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Let's go.
On first and 10, Winston. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle. The Niners at 8-2 on the year, and they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners at 8 of their last 10.
And I thought that they played pretty well.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson and Debo. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Winston's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They go play action. Winston. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Winston now from the 50. Flushed out right. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 26 and a first down. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter. It's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Off the play fake, Winston. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the 9 or 16. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Touchdown! Alvin Kamara, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Saints have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover it? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch.
Lutz now to kick this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
To throw again on second down, Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
Throwing his Lance on third down. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. He'll return it from the 6. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And he'll start with a give to Kamara. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
5 on the 50. 3, 17. Right.
Jameis to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A first down throw for Winston. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. Winston. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
On play action, Lance. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
From the 40 now on second down. Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Winston now to throw on first down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Here's Winston. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's first and 10. To the air again with Winston. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the 25 on second down, Lance. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's caught inside the 30. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Lance now on first down. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Shotgun now for Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And Lance going to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Now Landry. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On play action, Winston. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And some room to work. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run good for 24 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 right at the 40. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd down. Winston. Slant pass complete to Olave. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Play fake. Winston. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
On 3rd down, Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now,
touchdown Saints. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Saints are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The last series for a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action, now it's Lance. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Okay, ready?
Desperation time here. Lance. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Oh, he'll take a shot for McCaffrey downfield. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance. The passing.
That's caught at the 25. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like
touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gold with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Saints 35, 49ers 21.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. They go play action. Winston. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he's got it inside the 10. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 46 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
To throw is Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 2nd and goal. Winston. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Set, ready.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to them. 15 big yards. Lance now on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Lance going to sneak it. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Gold to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Winston to give. It's Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Winston. This one taken in by Olave. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. 4th down, Winston. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Not without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home.